So I saw this comment from Tunde Ednot. You can pause and read that comment. Tunde Ednot posted, why is it that southeastern politicians suddenly gang up against Governor Alex Otti, who is leadership quality is leading the people in the right position, and his people are supporting him because under his watch the economy of the state and the development is growing higher. Now the question is this an assumption or a true fact? Are there people ganging up against Alex Otti? Is Alex Otti truly doing something that other people have not done? Statistics, fact and evidence has shown that as of today, the best governor in Nigeria still remains the Labour Party candidate. The only Labour Party only governor as of 2023 election, which is Governor Alex Otti of Abia State. And all of us know how he became a governor, what transpired, how the electorate wanted to change the rule, but the woman stand her ground and said this is the person that will declare winner because he truly won the election free and fair. Today, the people of Abia State are enjoying the government of Alex Otti, but some people have sworn because of political association, because of political greed, they want to take Abia State out of Labour Party. They want to make sure Alex Otti did not win again come 2027, the APC-led government. If truly the people or the leaders or politicians are after good governance, nobody, whether it's a political party in PDP or APC or ADC, should even contest in Abia. Exactly. You know, I've said it time without number that building roads, it is not something that the governor should be using to campaign in the 21st century. But Nigeria is backward. That's why we see road as an achievement. Yet, even that achievement, some people don't want it to happen. I see a place where for fun is saying that whatever is happening for Alex Otti today that is making other governor to come against him is Alex Otti that caused it by himself. Why should you come and be doing work? Why should you come and fix steady light in Abia? Why should you come and build a new ultra-modern market in Abia? Why should you come and do the Abia Port Harcourt road that people are swimming into? Why should you come and bring electric bus in Abia? Why should you be demanding that you need to build a seaport in Abia, which you have signed since August 2025? Why should you even come and pay all the pension and sack all the ghost workers? Alex Otti, you are the cause of what is happening to you. The people, the politicians are against good governance. I know it's not supposed to be funny. Well, it's funny. That is only in Nigeria somebody will see sugar and say no, na bitter leaf na he want. Yes, the people want Alex Otti to stay, but the political heavyweights want to remove him. Why? That is the question. Alex Otti caused it by himself. If Alex Otti has come and refused to do what other people are doing, nobody will be fighting him, even if it's a Labour Party. The other parties where PDP are. Of course, we understand that the Nigerian government is going into one-party system systematically. But if you see someone who is doing work, why do you want to remove him by force, by thunder? Every message, whether from Benjamin Kalu or from Odus Kalu, is against this man. But the problem is that Alex Otti is performing, trying to build a legacy that will raise all the works of this man. Look at one of the legacy of Alex Otti, signing a bill that no ex-governor will receive pension. Why do you think they will not remove him? So since 1999 to 2007, Odus Kalu finished his governorship. Odus Kalu has been receiving pension as a governor, even though he's receiving salary as a senator. Since then, he's still receiving pension. Meanwhile, there are some people who has retired in Abia State until Alex Otti come that did not receive pension. And look at the amount they are paying people who serve only 8 years. Why people who serve 35 years could not receive such amount of money? This is the problem we are facing in Nigeria. This is why they want to remove Alex Otti. And this is what P2B was saying when he said, if I finish my government, nobody should bring me back. Nobody should pay me anything. Nobody should give me a plot of land. And this is why they are fighting him. The same thing you see in P2B time they want to impeach him for. This is what we are facing today in Alex Otti case. He signed the bill and said nobody should be paid pension. Including him. That's tell you what he has in mind. That's why they want to remove him. How can you come and say no pension where they are chopping from? This same pension and godfatherism is what we are facing in Delta North. This is the why people want to remove Ned Nwoko to go back to 2027. This is why they are fighting against Anioma State. Because if Anioma come, somebody believes that what he's gaining from the Delta State or being a godfather, how he choose who will be a political leader, will not come to him again. We know, but they don't want to say it, but we will say it for them. The people who has ruled 8 years as governor, be senator before, be this and that. Even to today, their daughter is in the State House Assembly in Delta State. Yet they want to go back to Senate again to continue collecting money. And yet they don't want us to have our own state so that we can have more than one senator. He still wants to be a senator. One, where there can be three. It isn't only for Alex Otti, it's everywhere. These political leaders we have in Igbo land are greedy people and selfish. We're just hoping that they will change. I know they don't like what we are saying, but we have to say it. And this is why I keep blaming the people, because we can't constantly be pointing finger to the leaders without doing justice to ourselves. We the people are worse than them. When the election reach now, where you supposed to come out, let us vote who will represent us, like the way Abia voted Alex Otti. None of you will come out. This coming election, Abia State is supposed to change the narrative of voting power. If Abia State is 3 million, more than 1.5 million should decide a governorship election so that the rigging cannot exist. Imagine where 1.5 million people come out to vote in Abia State. Half of Abia State come out to vote. Let's say, assume Abia State is 3 million population, and then 1.5 million were on the street to vote. Where would they dig election from, even if you call it federal? But the problem, that day, election will finish, to win a governorship will be less than 800,000. Will be less than 700,000. The winner will be going home with 400,000. Of a state of 3 to 4 million people. Let the people come out and participate in election. Be involved in politics. That's the only way we can get it right. That's the only way we can push these people out of the system. Because Alex Otti, what he has started, need to be completed in the next 4 years. The same thing we are gassing Delta North. Those who have good intention should come and let's vote Ned Nwoko back again. So that we can have what we are fighting for. The fight we are fighting for is not for selfish reason. It's for more people to be involved, for more people to gain it. Like I said, if Delta North, if Anioma remain in Delta State, we only have one senator for the 9 local governments. But if we have a state, we have 3 senators for the 9 local governments. We will now have 3 constituencies. We will have, instead of having 3 House of Rep, we will now have 6 House of Rep. Is it not expansion? Is it not adding more people to come into the governance? But some people want it that way for their selfish. So if you're a common man, you should be able to come out to change the narrative, to vote the right people so that we can have our state. It's time we vote out these people that doesn't want to have it. I'm saying in case the normal state is not created now, so that we can remove this set of people. That is the truth. We want governance and infrastructure to be closer to the people. If we have our state, we will not have only 9 local governments. It can be expanded to 6, to 12, to 15, to 16. That means most villages will become local government headquarters. That means governance will reach more people. That means your brother can be the next local government chairman. That means your brother can be the next councillor. That means your brother can be the next state house of assembly. That means your brother can be employed to be the next commissioner, appointed to be the next minister, appointed to be the, you know, understand me, to be the next DG of parastatals and government in the state. And that means employment on the state level will increase because new local government employees. These are the things we are talking about. That means your village can be developed and the infrastructure of the government presence can be felt in your place. But until we are involved in politics, this narrative will not fly. As you keep giving excuse, keep saying election is being rigged, it will continue to be rigged. Do you want it to stop? Yes. The only way it can be stopped is come out in mass and vote. Come out in mass and decide who will rule you. It is called government of the people, by the people, for the people. So once the people is not involved in politics, in democracy, in choosing their leader, it's no more government of the people. I keep repeating this day after day because repetition comes for emphasis. If you not see my yesterday video, you will see today video to know what we are talking about. I'm out of here, Joe.